Hey, what's going on? You know who it is, you know what it is. All right, man, check this out, man. I want to talk about the Joseph Mann case in Sacramento, California. Joseph Mann was a mentally disturbed black man that was shot multiple times, I believe to be between 14 and 18 times by the Sacramento PD. Now, the dash camera gives a totally different story from what they said, and then also you can hear them, plotting on basically what they was gonna do, hit him with the car, and et cetera, et cetera. And the family of Mr. Mann believes that these two officers should be charged with premeditated murder. Um, Basically, what happened was they just opened fire on the dude when they got a chance. He was wielding a knife. He was standing still, and they ran towards him and pretty much shot him up. See, here's the thing: people always holler about, okay, well, he was armed, he had a knife. Okay, like we all said, Dylan Roof had a gun. The dude that shut up the movie theater had a gun, but they still managed to make it to the police station alive, and one of them got treated to Burger King. This is the problem that we have. Why can't you fucking cops do the same thing when it comes to us? Because we're just collateral damage. We're nothing but black people. Hey, target practice. Nobody cares about you shooting a nigger, pretty much. Now, you saw 7A's video. You saw the videos I made where we're taking these cops to task on their bullshit. How come we don't get to go to court? We get to go to the morgue, but we don't get to go to court. We don't get to go to the insane asylum. If this man was mentally disturbed, why not taser the dude? Why with us it's always have to be deadly force? And then you get the news trying to, play their usual games. I don't even listen to the news because they never can answer that question. Why is it that white guys that's armed, they seem to make it to court or make it to jail, but with us, no way, no how? You had a standoff in Oregon where people were literally pointing guns at the police, threatening to shoot, but nobody did anything to them. They didn't get gunned down. Let there have been a standoff where we were somewhere. Let's just say we was me and some dudes I knew was in City Hall at downtown Oakland. I guarantee you, if we had loaded rifles, I guarantee you the police wouldn't even ask us to surrender. They would get the SWAT team and they would pick us off one at a time, or they'll just come in there and they'll just light our asses up. But see, we don't get the same respect and courtesy as a white person, because it's, try to get them surrender at all costs. But when it comes to us, hey, kill them. Just a black dude. And then I need to debunk something that the attorney for these cops said. Oh, well, these cops can't possibly be racist because they have mixed children. So motherfucking what? I already didn't debunk that bullshit. Like I said, I'm not impressed when I meet some white dude and he try to go out of his way to show me that he got a black wife. That doesn't mean jack shit to me. You just like black pussy. I already debunked that on several videos. About, oh, well, just because a white dude got a black wife or whatever, that means he likes all black people. No, you just like black pussy. And you had a baby by a black woman. That doesn't mean shit to me. And that doesn't impress me. So I already didn't debunk that bullshit. So you can save that shit. That's been proven time and time again. Do I need to go back to the slavery days? Or how about something of recent? As you guys know, Halle Berry has a baby by a white dude. The same Halle Berry that was hollering for years and years. She was a sister. She was a black woman. But when it came time to have her children, she made sure that the baby father was white. Now, she claims that the father of her daughter was a racist. And he used to call her niggers. And he used to refer to black people as niggers. That was one of the things she issued when the man was seeking spousal support from her. So I don't want to hear that bullshit about, oh, well, they have mixed children. That doesn't mean jack shit. So you can save that shit. But as far as the Mann case go, more than likely, nothing will happen to these police officers. We already explained, you know, the blue shield, you know, protect cops at all costs, never snitch on a cop, or you'll be labeled a snitch. But these are the same police officers that tell us we could trust them. So that's my thoughts on the Joseph Mann case. Unfortunately, I doubt very seriously if these officers are going to be brought up on charges, because it's like everybody say, when it comes to cops and getting conviction against cops, it's very hard, because cops are portrayed, if you watch the Lethal Weapon movies, they're portrayed as heroes, guys that make the ultimate sacrifice to do good, when that is not the case. You know, and you hear the mainstream media always, no matter what, it's always the person that gets shot fault. It's like this. Yes, if you break the law, you have to, I guess, if you break the law and you get caught, you have to be put in front of a jury of your peers. But with black people now, it's just like, fuck the judge, fuck going to jail. Let's just get rid of this nigga and send him to the morgue. That's what's going on. And that's what's been going on for a while now. And then, like I said, don't pay attention to the media. You got idiots like Bill O'Reilly sitting up saying, "Oh, well, Colin Kaepernick is making this cop shit. He's blowing it out of proportion just because of a few isolated incidents." This shit is happening every week now. This shit is happening at least 3 times a week. I can't even keep up with all the police shootings now going on with African American men or African American women or African American children. See, they don't want to tell you the full story. Just like the cop that killed Tamar Rice. He wasn't even supposed to be. He was on the verge of getting fired. And this dude ran to another police department. And then he was deemed mentally fit not to be carrying a gun by his supervisors, but the Cleveland police didn't check his file. They handed this dude a badge and a gun and put him on the streets. See, they don't want to tell you that shit. And let me get back to Bill O'Racist, a.k.a. Bill O'Reilly. Bill O'Reilly, we already know he's a resident racist. We already know that. And like I said, he said we shouldn't blow it out of proportion because it's just a couple of isolated incidents. For him to say something like that, that just shows you what type of person he is. Let me tell you something. You know what? Every time those so-called isolated incidents happen, well, guess what? When those isolated incidents happen and a black man is killed, he's taken away from his children, taken away from his mother, taken away from his father, taken away from his brothers and sisters, taken away from his motherfucking cousins. Every time those so-called isolated incidents happen. Every time a black man is killed, that's a black man that's lost, you know, whose life is lost, who's taken away from his loved ones. But then when cops get killed, then they want to holler, oh, he has a family, he had children. Well, the same thing with all those guys like Eric Gardner, Mr. Sterling, you know, the brother in Minneapolis. So save that shit. Oscar Grant, you know, those dudes all had families and were taken away from their family. Oh, but they're isolated incidents. Well, guess what? Those isolated incidents are hurting those families. You know, think about that, motherfucker. Think about that. But we know you don't think about it because you're a white, racist cracker, Irishman piece of shit. But anyway, that's all I got to say about that. I'm out.